Welcome, guys, to this new series that I'm doing. Just thought I'd do something a bit different here. I go back and look at some older movies. Now, Terminator 6 is about to be released in November. And despite what all the people are saying, I'm still willing to give it a chance because I am a Terminator fan, if you haven't noticed. Like, if you didn't know, I am a big fan of the Terminator series. In, in fact, just a few months ago, YouTube actually released the first Terminator movie, the TV version, on its website. Okay? And to be honest, this was the first time I've seen the first Terminator movie, the one that was released in 1984. And let me tell you, I did not think it was gonna be this good. Look, it's a movie that still holds up to this day. Maybe some of the special effects might be outdated, but just in terms of what it is, in terms of storytelling and whatnot, like, not that much storytelling, but still, in terms of a horror sci-fi movie, it still holds up to this day. And you notice it's not extravagant things they try. It's little things they try. Okay? For for instance, for instance, the way they finally revealed that Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually a machine and not a human. Like, starting off with the chase scene where you actually get the tracking view where that circular crosshairs was actually tracking the running Sarah Connor. And from there they started to reveal that it's a machine and whatnot. Okay. The sound composition, the music composition, every time this guy shows up or something uh related to the T800, you get that doom 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 doom, that echoing drum beats. Very subtle, a subtle thing like that. Very, very well done, man. Very well done. All right, even the way, some of the ways, how it's a complicated word in this context, but how Arnold acts. Yes, his acting. It's it's weird, but it's almost perfect for this role. It's almost like built for Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yes, there were a lot of there's a good amount of detail in this movie that is actually carried on to the future movies. Okay? Yes, including Genesis. Okay? And I'm going to get to Genesis. Like, on this channel, I'm going to get to Genesis. Trust me. In fact, the only Terminator movie I haven't seen is Salvation yet. I am going to see that as well. Okay. No, I did not see the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and from what I can see, from the bits I've heard and the reviews and whatnot, I've seen the Connor Chronicles. Yeah, I want to punch that series, straight in the face. Okay. Um, listen, for me, what I like the best about this movie is how the T-800 basically found alternative ways after alternative ways to track down Sarah Connor. Okay, it started off with, like, like, first off, it acquired clothes. Okay, then it acquired all its weapons, and, like, the way that, like, it acquired clothes. How? I think it split a guy in two or something, and then the other guy's okay, have my clothes. It acquired weapons. How? Like like he took the weapons, started loading them up, and, like, the shopkeeper, like, you can't do that here, and he just said wrong, and, like, shot the motherfucker in the, straight in the chest. Okay, like, there was, like, he committed, like, grand theft auto and whatnot, and basically he was just systematic in finding out, like, and killing Sarah Connor. I like that. Like, until all Sarah Connors are gone. Okay. Then, like, he goes to the house, Sarah's and Ginger's house. I believe kills Matt, kills Ginger thinking it's Sarah, and then through the voicemail finds out that he killed the wrong person. Then tracks Sarah down to Tech Noir, and even just, like, little things, like, he's just walking by the guy, the girl in the front, goes to take payment from, from the Terminator, and he just twists her, he just breaks her wrist by, by just, like, twisting his hand, just like this. Okay. After that, like, hijacking the police car, faking the police officer's voice. Okay. Then, like, after causing some repairs to himself, like, where he, like, basically tears off his own eyeball. Okay. Like, after causing some repairs to himself and whatnot, after confirming that Sarah Connor's in a police station, he just looks around and says, "I'll be back." And what did he do? He drove a truck through the front of the police station, disable all the power to disable the electronic locks, and then went room after room searching for Sarah Connor, basically killing anyone who attacked it. After Sarah Connor escaped, he re-strategized again. He went to Sarah Connor's mom's house, and what we're led to believe, killed his mom, or killed her mom, and waited for her phone call. And just as expected, Sarah Connor called her mom, got the address, and then tracked Sarah Connor down in the hotel. And then you have the whole, like, truck scene, and then you have the endoskeleton, you know, rising from, from a burning oil truck. So whatever is thrown at the Terminator, like, his flesh is burned off, he'll still pursue you. Leg is broken, he'll still pursue you. Okay. Legs, no one, like one foot is broken, he'll still pursue you. Legs are completely not working. Even by crawling, it'll pursue you. Only way to destroy it is to, like, crush it under a hydraulic press. Loved it. Loved it. Okay. In fact, like, the word that I do, philanthropy specialist, that's actually, like, on my personal work laptop. That's my screen. That's my screensaver. That, that's my background. That's my desktop background. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger on the phone. So it's basically our job. Like, we have to find out contactable information of people. So that's why, like, no matter what, we'll find you out. No, it's just as a joke, okay? It's just as a joke. Like, no, we just call people and try, talk to them and try and get some information. That's all. Okay. Um, Kyle Reese's acting, I did not like it that much. I thought it was a bit too innocent, if you will. It did not seem like he's from a war-torn world, especially from his voice. It's something to do with the voice, okay? He sounds like a like 1980s rock band fan. Okay, a fan of a rock band. That's what he sounds like. Okay, because I would think like a person who grew up in a war torn environment would at least sound a bit more badass and just saying, "Oh, I always loved you, Sarah," and this and like in the moon and like yeah, getting some clothes. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Like yeah, did not sound that convincing. Okay, Sarah Connor's acting. Linda Hamilton, I believe. Yes, Linda Hamilton. It was good. It was good. Like she started off innocent. Towards the end, she becomes a bit more tougher because she realizes, how tough she has to be mentally, to take on like a dystopian future. Okay. Overall score is legendary. Nothing else needs to be said about the Terminator score. Okay, and when I get to Terminator 2, I have a lot more to say about the Terminator score. Trust me, because I have seen it used in on like in so many places that's it's actually unbelievable. Okay, but what here's one thing like I keep watching like some clips over and over again. Just the nonchalantness of Arnold killing people and just his completely cold expression throughout this movie. I thought if anyone were to portray a cyborg machine that cannot show emotion, that is not supposed to show emotion, it is Schwarzenegger. It is Schwarzenegger, and it is the Terminator movie, man. Like at least in like look in RoboCop, okay, in RoboCop the the neural networks and all is still intact. It's still like actual human tissue and it's like parts of an actual brain. Okay, so some pain receptors are still intact. In the Terminator, no, it's basically a robot endoskeleton with flesh clothing, human flesh clothing. Okay, the deleted scenes. I've even seen the deleted scenes. I can understand why some of them were deleted. For example, there's a scene where and by the way, spoiler alert. No, you know what? Not spoiler alert. The movie has been out since 1984. If you haven't seen it, something wrong with you. Okay? If you're intending to see it like and you haven't seen it like you really want to see it, haven't seen it already, something wrong with you. It's already out on YouTube. Okay. Okay. So Linda Hamilton finds out Cyberdyne Systems, the phone, the contact information of Cyberdyne Systems and its location. She suggests to Kyle Reese to destroy Cyberdyne Systems. Kyle Reese says that's not his mission. Linda Hamilton says like let's just stop the apocalypse before it starts because she's tired of trying. Here's the beauty of it. She's tired of trying to survive in a world where she doesn't know if she left a clue for the Terminator to come find her. This is what I love about it. The way the Terminator was talking, the different ways the Terminator was talking Sarah Connor to kill her, where even in a police station with 30 police officers in the building, she is not safe. There's nowhere she is safe. I loved it about this movie. Not only her, people related to her are not safe because those relations can give out clues to the Terminator to find out where Sarah Connor is presently, or the last known location of Sarah Connor. That's why, like, he killed Ginger, like, thinking Sarah Connor, but that trip gave him some useful information. He killed her mom to get some more information. So, horror sci-fi stalking. But anyways, in this deleted scene, so what I'm led to believe is, yes, they end up destroying Cyberdyne, like Cyberdine. However, the arm that was found and that was later on reverse engineered to build the the microprocessing system that would eventually lead up to like the development of Skynet was also Cyberdyne, but this one started with an S. Cyberdine. So Linda Hamilton and Kyle Reese, like Sarah Connor Kyle Reese, destroyed the wrong Cyberdyne system. I understand why this was removed, but this, I believe they could have gone with this. They could have gone with this because this would have created even more suspense. It's like that Thanos saying that I am inevitable. Yeah, so this war with the machines is inevitable. And here's the beauty of like, if you've seen all the Terminator movies, here's the beauty of Terminator movies. Okay, first of all, let me just explain. Kyle Reese is not necessarily John Connor's dad. Okay? The only thing that's confirmed is that John Connor was basically given birth to by Sarah Connor. The information of the dad is unknown. So the first child Sarah Connor has, pretty much by anyone, the first child she has will be the leader of the future leader of the resistance. Because think about it. Kyle Reese came back from the future where there was already a John Connor to save Sarah Connor. So that future already exists. John Connor already existed without Sarah Connor. So the only thing that needs to happen is that Sarah Connor needs to give birth. Give birth to a son. That's all. So every time, I believe, I forgot exactly what this effect is called, but someone explained the Terminator timeline on YouTube very well. But every time someone goes back and changes the past, or like tries to thwart a Terminator's attempt, the future changes. And this is the beauty of the entire Terminator series. So my overall thoughts on this first Terminator movie, absolutely legendary. Legendary movie, man. This replay value over and over again, man. And the best part about this movie is the guy that does little to no acting is Arnold Schwarzenegger. The best part about this movie is the guy who doesn't act, who doesn't act at all. And there's the beauty of the movie, his non-acting. And that's what makes him such a badass in this movie. Bro, even the front picture where like the Terminator is holding a gun, it looks badass. Alright, that's about it. Guys, let me know what you thought about the first Terminator 1984 movie. And since the Terminator Dark Fate is coming out in November, this is June, every month, July, August, September, October, I am going to give you my thoughts on the remaining 4 Terminator movies. Judgment Day, Rise of the Machine, Salvation, and Genesis. So do look forward to that in the Casual Classic Cinema chat. Alright, that's about it. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. This is your boy Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.